How's everybody doing? Come on in. Listen to some meditation music, raising the vibration. This is for a group of earth angels. As I'm getting ready. Ooh, how my toe? Something about somebody's toe. I don't know when this video will be going out, but it is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If you don't, well, hopefully you and yours are well. A lot of these holidays, they have different meanings behind them, but really giving thanks is just giving thanks for your loved ones, you know, for the blessings that we have, for waking up another day. So these earth angels need to know how protected they are. They are very, very protected. Okay? You need to know this. I'm a little scary. I'm a different kind of channel. I'm a different kind of channel. I am a vessel. Anything that from here on out is part of the message. I've already called in my protection, your protection, so that there's no worries about anybody doing anything to anyone, because y'all are that protected, and they need y'all to know how protected y'all really are. And when I say that, I'm going to say it once again, you're very, very protected. This is a spiritual war, not a physical war. I'm going to try not to jump around as much, because again, this is when I make messages, these messages are for specific individuals. And romper room is significant, but also Captain Kangaroo, also Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, but Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as well. So as I go through these, trying to get some things situated. I'm gonna leave this meditation on because it's a different kind of frequency. One thing we need to know on our journey is love is the highest vibration there is. Forgiving yourself is the hardest part, but the key to moving forward is forgiving those who have trespassed against you. And I know that is not easy for the earth angels that I'm speaking to. The thing that has helped me in my it's not even is we signed up for this journey before we came into this lifetime and lifetimes. And that's the only thing that helped out a little bit. Like I said, my life is, how do they say, like a box of chocolate. You never know what you'll get. Courtesy of Tom Hanks. This rabbit hole that we're going to go down is very deep. So there's no reason to yell, to get hostile or anything like that, because once we understand this, it's about them not understanding how massive. And when I say them, it's the ones that have hurt the earth angels. These are very specific individuals that are on a journey that, again, before I start, because I'm trying to look for this list. They want me to start like this because I share big ups to Lionel Richie, no. He's significant though. But Lionel B. Again, I'm gonna use last names and miss, and that's for the Earth Angel, because again, my reading and writing is not so well, so if that's a problem, please exit. Other than that, stick around. This is going to be probably a couple parts. This is the same energy though, because when Earth Angel is I hadn't been able to when I didn't even really watch that video, your video, because when you come across these messages are timeless. They'll find you when they need to find you. This could be past, present, future, but this is present right now. This is a real-time message. They say we have to say for entertainment purposes only, but I'll say to that, that's for shits and giggles, but entertainment purposes only. And I say, does a bear shit in the woods? Well, yes it does, so we know what's up. I am speaking to individuals that are on a very tough path right now, but one thing you need to know, Earth Angels, young warriors who are very protected, and you're changing lives. Understand that this journey, you signed up for it. This may be the second journey, maybe second lifetime, because something happened. But this time is going to be done right. And you're right, is it about the children first and foremost, because the children are our future. So when I say that, when I channel, I'm gonna channel for the individuals that I'm speaking to. But this could resonate in your story, your storyline, because again, life is a journey, and we're all on it. Oh wow, these. Man, I'm gonna move this. I'm just getting situated because this is an important message. Very important, because they want you to know how protected and how powerful y'all truly are. That's what we're here for. Again, it's hard to pick up energy. Your energy has been talked about. Again, who's real, who's not, who's fake. We're not going to go into that realm right now, because by the end of the video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. When I say I'm a channel, I'm a vessel. I work for the Most High. And energy, Mother Mary, whoever you subscribe to. Again, there's we're all energy. So people, when they start talking about religion and things like that, I'm not here to preach to anyone. So That's what I'll say about that. I just can tell you what they do for me. Everything. Start feeding your ancestors, because you have Miss Romper room, and I say everything with that I'm speaking on, and now with the most respect on everything. Start to feed the ancestors. Okay. This journey that I'm going to take you on, the Earth Angels, it's how to protect yourself and know that how protected you truly are. I work with energy. I've been on this journey for my whole life. I've been with the Lord in the People's Church, Catholic Church. Again, when I a lot of us, when we speak about the Lord and things like that, it's what we feel familiar to. But the Lord is the energy. We're all energy, so we know that we're never alone, and timing is an illusion, okay? And we're here we're in realms. I'm on a different realm than a lot of people. Again, there's a lot of there is a tribe of Earth Angels. There's a tribe of individuals that are here helping. Very, very knowledgeable and very unconditional, loving individuals. And I say it like that because I say things a little different. Because love is the highest vibration, and when you understand that to love unconditionally it's not hard, but it's not easy. Because that means your thoughts are very powerful, and your words are as well, but prayer is the most powerful thing there is. Next to love. Love is, like they'll tell you, kill him with kindness. It's the truth. But it's the truth. Your heart is weighed. That's all it is. This is not about judgment. We're not here to judge. At the end of the day, everybody will be judged. And when I say that, I truly mean it. That's His words. Again, I'm a vessel, and I am speaking now. I'm channeling right now as we speak. And the channeling is going to get a little different. It's deeper, but they want me to start off because I was looking for a couple cards that I wrote some names on to put some stickers, because cats are significant, and as well as dogs. I've been honed in on these Earth Angels for y'all's messages, but again, I pick up different energies, just like in I think the last video or two that I did. There's some that I haven't put out, but I talked about some burnt toast and things like that. Well, those ancestors belong to a sweet, kind soul that I ran into yesterday. Again, I am the street oracle if I haven't introduced myself. So I channel in the streets and I give out because if we know this journey and we understand there's laws, just like here on the physical, there's laws on the spiritual. A lot of people, they don't understand this, and they do, and they still do things. But once they realize you're up against another high-powered individual as their self, they think twice. So when I say that, well, I was a witch, my past life, warlock as well, but good. This is all about the Lord. This is about the cleansing that I have done. I've cleansed these Earth Angels, and I've cleansed the collective, because when we talk about this journey, what we're talking about good and bad, right? The churches don't want to speak about reincarnation, and as soon as you start to speak about anything as far as a spiritualist, they demonic. Before I go into that, well, speaking, okay. Yesterday, as I was channeling for a beautiful, sweet soul. Again, the Lord works with me in a different way. Is that when I come to people's lives, it's for a reason. They need there's something that they've been praying on, because the Lord answers prayers. Prayer is powerful. So sometimes your prayer isn't always answered in the way that you expect it, but it is answered. Just sometimes we don't understand it. And when I walk in, it's, again, I know my channeling ability, so you have to know when to shut them down and when to when it's ready to go. And I just see it in that person. And again, I started, and she's like, yeah, that's. And I'll ask certain questions before I go ahead. So that's why these videos are a little different, because I've been channeling messages for a very long time, and now thanks to these earth angels, there's everything is starting to make sense. The pieces of the puzzle are falling like a glove. A glove's very significant. Like a glove. People, they're quick to judge, but they're not quick to look at themselves. And on this journey, that's the first thing we have to do, is look at ourselves and know that we have to. Can't have an ego. You can't do things because you want something, you expect something. That's not what this journey is about. This journey is about unconditional love. It's about helping another individual when they need help. It's not about preaching, and it's not about telling you what you have to do, because we're all on a different journey. It's for us to understand we need to get to our North Node. And all that means is that we get on our highest timeline, we get on our purpose. Understanding that we're not perfect. And sometimes we're thrown a curveball. And that's not your fault. It's the fault of other individuals that, confirmation. Again, we don't realize that. And I'll use myself as an example. I always thought people had a good heart, honestly, or the best intention, which is not the truth. People, if they can get over on you, they will. And the thing that people don't understand is that the Lord puts me in their path for a reason, and I give my shirt off my back to individuals. And I said it before, people that owe me money, I never broke because people owe me money. It's not about the money, it's about the intention. And they don't understand karma's real. Series of bad luck has been happening to a lot of individuals, but we don't wish that on nobody, because we understand our words are very powerful. And when you speak something, you have to speak very clearly and very intentionally, positively towards the individual. And that's, as much as it hurts you to understand this, it's the truth. Hate is something that, a word that shouldn't be in the vocabulary, because hate is a very, it's almost like an emotion. It is an emotion. Hate is an emotion, just like love is an emotion, just like hunger is an emotion. Once we understand the emotions of this journey and understand where to separate, then we can kind of balance certain things. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but these earth angels are very important, very special, and very protected. They want y'all to know this. Because the last time I really did a message, I had posted Miss M. I'm going to use last out of respect for what y'all been through, but because y'all deserve the most respect. It's not your fault. Remember that. as hard as it's been to lose your sister, again, I stopped. I didn't really look at all the video, and I'm gonna be careful with my words right now because I try not to. I am out of the equation. I'm very in tune with my emotions, with my body, everything, because when I start to channel, that's how the ancestors will come through to me. Without getting certain confirmations, then it's hard for me to go forward. But I'm going with first my intuition, but my abilities to help these earth angels on a safe journey and a blessed journey, that their best life is ahead of them, right around the corner. Tarot is tools that our ancestors gave to us to understand certain things. Is it? Yes, it is. You can. That's how we know what's up in the energy, because that's where energy. Tarot has no gender in it. I'm not. Again, I can decipher through it, and I know energies, and I know what's going on. But as far as reading it, not as well as my soul tribe. They are gangsters, and I will say spiritual gangsters. And the earth angels that I'm speaking to, y'all have been up in the collective's energy. It's pretty much has been here, and it's been since now that I understand, it's been ever since. So if I start to, as far as I haven't pulled no cards, so there's no, again, these cards are energy, so when you start to pull them, there's certain energies that start to come through, and if there's an energy that you'll see me change it, it's because I had to pull that emotion back, because there's a reason for everything, and I understand this now. The pieces that are falling in lines are very significant. Boot camp. Again, everything that I say from here on out is your higher selves speaking to you, because that's our job, is to connect to our higher self. So as my job is as a vessel to channel bring messages and to help individuals, that's what I am, a vessel. And right now, as energy starts to come through, I say what comes through. The first thing, this journey hasn't been easy, but it's been a lovely one, a fun journey. Because when I tell you to help people, there's when you can see that smile on somebody's face and you can see that tear start to suck back into the eyes, and that frown being turned upside down, there's no feeling like it. That's why a lot of people, it's hard to speak about what we do. It's not about, I posted certain things as far as when I channel for people. There's certain videos that I have posted. Again, you see me speak loud, talking to energies. Yes, those are all the truth. That's all channel messages, letting the people know what's happening, because certain starseeds that are here, their readings change a lot of the dynamic of things. I know mine do. So these are very important. Your name could start with the A, and yes, your names do. I'm going to be very discreet when I speak, because I can't have y'all's business out. Because as much as the information that I know is for y'all, I don't go that deep. This is what the higher selves bring through. So you're very protected. They want me to put these ones back, because Y'all seen them, but this one right here, this energy is important. They wanted me to keep the temple of Lapis Zula, but these are goddesses of the ancient skies. Again, balancing everything, your light and your dark. We all have it. The thing that we need to understand is that does not make who we are. That's not what we're here. So whatever has happened in your past, that does not define who you are, because we're always striving to be better individuals. And not all are, but the ones I'm speaking to, yes, you are. And nobody can judge you for anything. It's not your fault, because you were earth angels. You've been on a mission. You just didn't understand it, and you're gonna understand it, because there's some things that they're telling me that may trigger and may bring memories back. That's why it's important, very important, how these messages are gonna come out for these earth angels, because that's exactly what they are. They're earth angels that, again, something about a collarbone, that have been treated inhumane. As I think it was, there was a something on YouTube or something about an animal, and they were I think I seen it. It was a short. The dog would go back to the to a certain gravesite. I didn't get to figure out what was under there, because I didn't go and click on it, all those things. But they started to see this. I think it was a German Shepherd or something, because dogs, cats are some of the loyalest animals there are. Again, one thing, understand that if you have an animal or anything like that, that when you start to think of your loved one, they're right there with you as you start to pet that animal. My mother, she's been with me on my journey since she passed away. I get my gifts from my mother. One thing we need to know is our bloodline. You have very Mom, you have very Indian. That's why the Indians, people don't want to talk about bloodlines and things like that, because if you start to do that, then you know how powerful you are. That's what they want to keep you from understanding, because then they can control the narrative as they've done for centuries. But I'm not going to bring that energy into here, because it's about earth angels now and their journey and what they've been through and the justice that they're going to be getting. Tarot is something that will help you understand, and it's their healing tool, because it's helped me on my journey. I came into this game, and I'm going to call it a game because it's a spiritual game. Some you win, some you lose, but this is about checkers. It's not about the battles, it's about the war. And one thing y'all need to understand is your war has already been won, because as above, so below. Once we understand, this is a spiritual war. So you know that it's as above, so below. So it happens up there before it really happens here. So this has been a long time coming. And y'all earth angels have opened up people's eyes, which they still want to be like, well, really? Yes, it's true. People are going to pay for what they've done, but I don't want to get into all that, because there's these cards that I need to put stickers on. But yes, your earth angels have been telling the truth for. It's hard. Again, everything it starts to come clear, because again, the amount of MK Ultra and programming that they've done, the thing is that there's glitches. We're putting glitches in these matrix. And God is real. So once we understand God is real, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, that we're energy, something about somebody's toe. Again, I had picked up about summertime. Summers are significant, but there was something about I had picked up a something about a tree house. Again, I had. If anything, we need to understand we're energy, and we have both masculine and feminine energies, and we're here to balance those out. We're here to get on our highest timeline and raise the vibration. This journey is bigger than all of us can understand. This is not about individuals. This is about generations. It's about changing the world. And it's hard, but I look at it, it's one at a time. And after I pray, I say, Lord, what do you need from me? And that's it, because I'm here to do His work. And that doesn't mean we're perfect. I'm not perfect. By far, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. But my heart is light as a feather. Everything I do from my heart. This is not about money. This is not about, it's about helping the children. And it's about bringing justice and balancing the things out, because I am a Libra, right? But that doesn't mean anything. That just means that we have to be balanced. But as we have the zodiac signs and things like that, well, we are about the justice and the scales and everything, and bringing things into balance and things like that, and calling judgment. Once you get on this path and you start to understand the gifts that are bestowed from the Most High, from the ancestors that have been passed down generations, that there are privileges, and they're honored, because great power comes great wisdom and knowledge and authority. And as we see, it's gone to people's heads, and a lot of people don't understand that their gifts are gone. And when I say that, they don't even realize it, because magic, when we come in this journey, I had to understand everything. So you can't just get up and speak and not know what you're doing, and not know how to protect yourself, and not know who you are as an individual, as a spirit, as a being. Because like they said, we're not from this planet. We're just here having an earthly experience. And everybody has their own opinions and their own beliefs, so that's where they're at. They can have their belief, and you can have yours and I can have mine. That's what the great debate, right? Debating is about, and things like that. But I'm able to show certain things that other people can't. So the earth angels are so powerful that you don't have no idea that you're here to do great things. And I believe that the timelines are about a year, somewhere in that area, maybe even a little bit longer or wider, because these things have been talked about. And it's so strange, because on my timeline, when I'm ready for a new starseed to come in to help out, they'll come across my timeline. Again, there's thousands and thousands of readers, so you have to use your discernment. But when you know real from fakes, then you can understand, and you can distinguish. Plus, we're able to see certain things as clairvoyance, as clairaudience, again with our abilities. As they don't want me to get into too many things, but understand y'all have gifts, and your gifts are developing, and they want me to take you back to when your gifts were activated, because now it's time to tune them and understand this is how you move, divinely guided. Everything is you're always divinely guided, led, and you have always been protected, even though you never realize this, because they want me to go back and talk about Charlie. Charlie may be significant. Charlie may be Charlie's significant. Donna is as well. Red bricks, yellow brick road. But I'm gonna story time. As a young child, I would I couldn't have been more than, I want to say, 3 or 4 maybe. And I started this story before, and I told it a couple different, somewhat different times, but I could have been around that age. Again, beans, ranch style beans, but beans, pinto beans, Mexican food are significant. Heartburn is as well. Deviled eggs. Something about somebody burning the turkey though. Somebody that became a good cook. Yes, you're a good cook. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. All that matters is that you try, and you, again, the Lord always wants you to get up, but you know, that's all I can say about it. You get an A for effort, but you're coming along, and what happened? They say, as we say jokes about burning water. That's for somebody out there, but this is all it now. These messages are with love and to make you laugh and to understand how tapped in we are and how connected we truly are, because we're all one. So I had to say certain things that only the people on the other side of the energy, they'll know what I'm talking about, and they get a kick out of it, because this is an honor and a privilege because now I know what I've been channeling, a lot of things. So Charlie could be significant. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So as a child, we would just, again, it's so hard to distinguish, but all I remember is there was going somewhere during a certain time and going downtown. My mom and family members and things like that for a significant amount of time, and then seeing some, family there and things like that. But I was always sitting there, not by myself, but pretty much. But I used to always see the vendor there, the snack guy, the vendor that would sell the snacks, sandwiches and stuff, and it amazed me because he was a black gentleman, a little older. Again, I could have been 3 or 4. So when you find out somebody's blind, and I was amazed because I was like, how can he tell nobody's stealing from him? Well, again, people on the honor system, but again, when you see that little change thing, and he was able to give out the change and everything. Well, it's because our senses, when we lose one sense, or if we're not born with that sense, well, your other senses are in heightened. That's about just like gifts. So that's how gifts are. But so I would see him, and I would be amazed because he would be able to get the change out, and he would know how much something would cost. Again, being a child, you don't know about Braille, you don't know about the thickness of the monies and everything like that. But I would sit there and I would watch him for hours, and I'd get a kick out of it. Little things entertain me for some reason, but plus I would watch out. I've been like that. So throughout the time, and you're like, well, how can that amaze you? I mean, where were you at? Why would you be there for so many hours, or how could you be there? Well, come to find out, I was at the courthouse. And I was at the courthouse because, and at the time I didn't know this, but being on retreat, going on retreat and doing things like that, it's River Road, and you speak about what's hurt you and things. So, what a family member express and you can't let that energy out. You can't say what, but you find out. And again, well, Charlie was up raping. He was a molester. I was his next victim, going to be his next victim. But the Lord has other plans, and it didn't happen. Unfortunately, other family members weren't as lucky. And you say prayers, but those are wounds that that's why I sympathize and I can understand, because when you realize why you're there, and as you get older, you understand what that truly means, what sodomizing means, and things like that. A lot of people don't. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box or the sharpest tool in the shed. Me in school didn't always get, I didn't like school. Again, I was in special ed. I was never labeled with anything, but yeah, it was hard for me to stay on task and tie my shoes and things like that. I remember my mother leaving me in the daycare and crying for her and things like that. But I was the baby, so having older brother siblings, I was the baby. I was a mucky. My grandmother loved me to death, spoiled me. She's one of my protectors, protecting y'all, matter of fact, because as I pray, I send out protection so that you know how protected y'all are. Once you're on this journey and you realize that you're not alone, and they want me to speak on something. I know I jumped around a little bit because I've heard it in a couple of the readings. I'm a little more advanced than other. I'm not a tarot reader. I am a oracle reader, but I am just a straight vessel. So they were speaking about shadows and things like that. Yes, as we get on this journey, you will see shadows. Again, flickering lights and things like that, because your ancestors are letting you know, because they had to lead me by my hand, because again, being scared of the dark and things like that, it's like, and there's reasons that are behind that. They don't want you to be scared. They don't want you to freak out, because again, it can traumatize you. Again, things that I've seen in that channel, it's just not easy to stomach. As being an empath, being able to feel emotion, pain, energy, it's not easy. And I've had somebody, why are you crying in your videos? Well, because I'm an empath and I pick up emotion. And as these cards are energy, as soon as they start to flip, that's when the energy starts to change. Right now, I'm just, again, story time, but channeling as I am going through this, because that is very significant. The coins and the gifts that we have, the spiritual abilities, but sodomizing, and again, Charlie, again, it's so hard because they want to sweep it under the rug. It's something that they don't want to speak about. It's taboo, So that's why karma's real. My grandmother did go through it, towards the end, because she didn't believe. She understands now, but she didn't. She loved her grandchildren, but to pick a man over your grandchildren, because at that time, again, it's been projected on to keep the men out of the women's lives. So we don't know what love is. It's taken. This journey is about self-discovery, but it's every day. It's a healing journey. It is. It's understanding. It's stumbling, but getting back up. That's why that energy of that video that I posted, I really hadn't even watched it. I watched the second part, Miss M, and my heart and soul goes out to you, because you're such a beautiful and inspirational individual that didn't deserve anything, and You're going to have a wonderful, all of your earth angels are going to have a beautiful life. Because what you are doing is the hardest thing. But yet, no, that man is not getting out. And people are going to start paying because by you allowing us to understand certain things about the magic and the ritual, that's how we counteract. And that's how we're able to bind. Again, I tell you, I tell you. I'm breaking all the spell work and the curses, binding them. This is a little older, but I have to. Truly, I have to because of what's truly happening and what is being exposed. This is not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. It's a very serious and troubling scenario. And I have to say scenario because that person, as much as it is, it's about forgiveness. Because everything is learned. But you got to take accountability and you got to stop blaming everybody else for what's happened to you, to me, to the person next to you. They have to start taking their accountability. That's why you're earth angels. Once we understand who we are, then we move forward and with integrity, with how y'all been moving. But with your spiritual eyes. And that's meaning that your head gets a little taller and your back gets a little straighter. And the things don't trigger as much, and then you're able to just boom, it's like it's gone, it's vanished. It's just something that was a figment of your imagination, because it doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt anymore. Right now, this is the beginning of the end, I'm going to say, because it's, as much as it's hard to make things make sense, it's half the battles won is won. Now it's here, because one of my jobs is to take non-believers and turn them into believers, but take believers and showing them, and there's no doubt, they're ultimate believers. There's no doubt that the spiritual realm is real. God, Mother Mary, energies are real. The archangels are here protecting us, and that you're always protected. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Uriel. That's why I say feed your ancestors. Whatever they used to do, and just there and forget about it. Because as much as they're helping you, you need to show them the appreciation, and then you'll see even more. And sometimes we forget, but it's okay. That's why there's always somebody around the corner to remind us. It's like I said, it's water, ice water. It's long journeys. Again, that's one of the things that helped me on my journey, seeing how protected, how many ancestors have been around me, and seeing them waiting to come into this, waiting here. The Datsun truck. U-Hauls are significant. I did channel the shipping container, but I didn't know why. And then I understood. Because it's almost like brand new ones that are there, that are keys, that are like almost where you can go and just haul them off. It's almost like there's a door that they go into that they don't know it's a trap, and they don't know about it, and then boom. Next thing you know, they're waking up and they're at sea. Because it's almost like there's a front desk, right? And then they're given something, or like I said, floor form. I had channeled that a long time ago. That's how fast it hits. And that's how quick you wake up. And then you're terrified. I didn't realize why, but I do now know. So my heart and soul goes out to the earth angels that are stepping up to the plate to help others. As difficult as it is, and that the ones that have the most difficult part is the ones that have not even come to any kind of understanding of anything, because they're the ones that are truly in La La Land, and they're the ones that are in the darkness right now, because as much as everything's there, it's not people haven't even heard of certain things. They don't even know of the earth angels. The earth angels that I'm speaking about is because that's how powerful people are, because off of your sweat and I'm going to say sweat and tears, they bought a lot of let's just say it's all starting to fall down, because that's how channel messages are. The subdivisions that got new cars off of the pornography of the children of y'all. Because as much as it's not about the money, it is about your futures and about how helping. So as much as it's never been about the money. You've been victimized in so many ways that now it's time to get everything that was lost and what is truly your inheritance. Again, inheritances, the spiritual gifts are inheritances, abundance when they say certain things, but these pentacles and these cards are gold. And we're not talking little stacks, because all of them are losing. Each and every one of these people are going to lose what they built off of harming another. Because one way or another, everybody has to pay. One way or another. So all that ill-gotten gains, they need to start rehab centers up because of what Sean Combs has done, and not even just him, the government, but him taking people and turning them into addicts on purpose, knowing what he's done, swapping destinies. But I don't want to bring that energy in here, because that man is done for, just like his bloodline is. See, a person that doesn't care about nobody but himself, well, is a selfish individual that is sometimes they blame everything except for truly what it is. And it's hard to go within. This is not an easy journey, because once you start to understand that you were always manipulated from the very beginning because of the mommy issues that his mother or his sister or whoever she is probably stole. I don't know, like I said. But growing up in those eras, everything is swept under the rug. So, no telling. I mean, I can tell already. But that's his battles that he's going to have to face, and that he can't, because there's a lot of people that are in darkness that are so scared right now because the truth is coming out, and there's no hiding anything anymore. Because with the star seeds that are here and the tools that are given, well, their energy has been up in the collective, like the earth angels that I'm speaking to. The ones that have been picking up the energies that are true. And that's what we're here to do, expose the ones that have been helping the warlock tool. They don't have no gifts anymore. And that's what they don't want y'all to understand. That as much as we have to understand magic was real, and it can be, but once you understand about changing your mindset, and it's not easy, but it's very simple. Projection is real, but that's all it is projection. Something that is not real, that they think, that they conjure up, that actually does not leave anywhere now except for their households, and it's onto their children, it's onto their families. They just don't realize it, and they're never going to admit how everything has been going down and spiraling down the tunnels, all the vehicles that just been breaking down, and the flat tires, the emotions that have been getting out of hand, the drinking out of control, that just to drink away the pain. It's getting worse and worse because, like I said before, addiction is one of the hardest things to overcome. But when you understand nothing controls you, you control everything in your reality and in your environment, and they control everything because everything is out of our hands. So nothing can affect us. Just like those little spells that don't work. Once you realize that all it is a figment of their imagination, confirmation the dog is working. See, every time I do this work, the Lord has given me skills to bind who's ever throwing it. And I don't know who's throwing it. I can see later on. And from the tentacles, it's not good. This one is yeah, this is it reached out, but now it's there. It's like just like I said before, because once you start to introduce the freezer, again, I don't do spell work. All I do is natural. I'm natural. That's what my grandmothers used to show me. Is pray. She used to pray on us, pray with us over with the egg. Take away the evil eye, the ojo. Well, they call it ojo. Because people are jealous of somebody that wish they had that child or theirs, whatever. And yeah, it was thrown on the brujeras, the ones. That's why when they talk about the rituals and all those things, rituals are, you shouldn't be thinking about those kind of things, because everything is natural. Everything is about prayer. It's about the Most High. It's about the highest vibration, love. It's about rejoicing, understanding our ancestors, understanding our bloodline, understanding all these things, and understanding how powerful y'all really are, and that everybody suffers eternities, and without repenting, yeah, he forgives, but that don't mean that you're going to get away. It just means that you're forgiven. And depending on how many skeletons you have, well, the harder the pain is going to be. Because when I say agonizing pain, well, just say, as much as I love my grandmother and I didn't understand when my aunt Rose, couldn't wait for her to for the insurance check to clear. But her being in on the hospital bed, we had my grandmother waited for us to go down. She was like, I got good genes, but my grandmother, I think, Grandma Donna, she passed that. Again, she's the one that the bloodline comes from England. Goldie Allegory, Allegory's grandfather, but she was there in her hospital bed. I made the oath to her. So I told her, Grandma, we gotta go, and I said, but I made the promise that she did pass before I left, because I was with my brother and my nephews. They had to get back. Again, we were up north and it was snowing, and you know how the weather is. Once my feet get cold, I said I'm done. Even though I grew up there and I love the snow and snowmobiling and sledding, Granville, again, Great Lakes. are significant. Chicago, but Wyoming, all these little places, Lansing, are all significant for everything. Just like Texas, Fort Worth, Dallas, the Flatlands, Odessa, places like that are significant to this channel messages, because these are for a group of individual earth angels. And once you understand the power of gifts that we have, that a lot of us have, but other of us more powerful gifts, just depending on how far we along in our journey. And again, as quick as he gives, he takes. That's why I made a promise that my gifts are for him, to help individuals, to help the healing journey, the healing process. And again, we can't, when they say healers and all that, we're all healers, let's just say. We're all empaths, let's just say. We all have gifts. It's just depending on how we understand them. A hug can go far away, right? It can go a long ways, right? Just like a manners, opening the door for a young lady or a young man, or somebody saying, yes ma'am, thank you, or just showing respect. That goes a long way, and that can brighten up somebody's day. A kind word goes a long way, and a lot of people don't understand this. That's why when you understand energy and the projection and all these things, that's all it is. That's not you having anxiety. That's them having anxiety, projecting onto you. That's them scared now. So once you understand it, you're able to get rid of it. Because the magic is null and void now. It's not real. When I say that, because in order for you to comprehend that when you are on the right side with let's just say the white light, the Lord, the good side, well, you're protected. And when you understand how much protection y'all have around, it's like they put you in a little cocoon. When I said millions before, you don't have no idea, because that's how connected. We're all one. That's how I'm able to channel. I don't know. I just see energy and I see flashes. It's just a lot of things are in tune. Like I said, we're not alone. People want to think people are crazy. Well, that's their problem, not ours. That means that they have a long journey ahead of them, and they probably have to come back again and do it again, because I'm going to say another story. And it's all been story time for the most. But as I was channeling for that beautiful soul, well, the Lord puts me in people's past for a reason. So I started to channel for her, and I know that toast. And I just asked her. I said, if I were to ask you what would burnt toast and cooking butter, what would that mean? And she's like, well, she started kind of thinking. I said, well, I'm a medium, I told her. And she was like, what? And I said, what would that mean to you now? And she was like, and then she says, that'd be my aunt. And I said, okay, who's the one that has an overall? And then I started chanting, and boom, and she was like, wow. The thing is that I gave her a lottery ticket. At that time, she needed something was bought with her grandchildren in there. Again, I was putting some gas in the vehicle, so I went back, and as I was going back, I seen her son, and he was with her grandchildren, but there was somebody else that was parked next to them that were speaking. An older lady, kind. She's real kind. She seemed kind, and she was telling them Happy Thanksgiving and things like that, and giving them, saying prayers for him and wishing him well, and as I was going up, because when he said, when I went up to speak to them, I seen him, he was a little older, and I said, is that your grandma? She said, no, that's my mom. I said, that's your Well, as the lady that was sending, I think it was a Suburban, whatever it was, vehicle, it was a nice vehicle, and like I said, she was, as she said, she was a spiritual coach, not spiritual, And again, what's the title? Let me say it correctly. Spirit advisor, spiritual advisor, but spiritual advisor, I guess. But spiritual advisors, the ones in the church where they're there because as soon as I told her that because I guess they go to the church or whatever. Okay, nothing wrong with church, and I'm not gonna say anything like that. There's a lot of things that are a lot of politics, but as soon as I said who I was, I said, "Oh, you're a spirit advisor or something like that." Well, and I said, "Oh yeah, well I'm a spiritualist," and she goes, "Oh, and I was like, "What?" I said, "No, I said it's about the Lord." I said, "Oh no, oh," and she started saying prayer. It's like she got scared. Like I was like, "What?" I said, "Lady, we're all doing the same job of the Most High. Some people are more tapped in, and some people are more advanced, and some. But if it's demonic for me to, that's why I haven't used no cards. I've just been channeling. But she knew. Oh, she was like, oh my gosh, and I was again. That's how I work. That's how the Lord works for me. I channel in the streets. And but to get that, she was like. What was it like? I had scar, like whatever. But she's judging again, and she's done. Even though you had to forgive, I didn't wish nothing on her. I said a prayer. I say, hey, what is about the Lord? Amen. Hey, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the Lord, right? God is good all the time. I just know more ancestors, like I said. Yeah. Mom, powerful. Because my tia just passed, and she's, again, the first video, I think it was a twin flame that wrote. Nothing is a coincidence. Both of their last names were the same, so she didn't even have to change her last name, do any paperwork. I didn't know until I started a little later on, but they're straight Indian. Oh yeah, I'm from powerful, just like my grandmother and grandfather. But my mother's, the gifts are from my mother, that bloodline. Even though we all have them, we had Aztecs and revolutionary in our line, but I believe this, the intuitive and the channeling and the psychic abilities and things like that are from my mother. They are, because when she woke me up when I was like 8 or 9 about the orbs and all that, well, this second awake, we all go through, and we don't just have 1 or 2 or 3. We have many. Again, as we different levels, different depth, but no, as we ascend, we get more knowledge and more wisdom and more information starts to come, like they say, Akashic records and things like that. Well, that's just different, just levels and things like that. But the bloodlines, and they say whatever they want to say, but it's like that lady was like, almost like the Sanford, the sun is here, but I'm coming. It's like I just like when the other one too, they were started talking about birth chart, and they were started like, I was possessed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry that I can show you some ancestors. I show you that I'm truly protected, but you're over here wasting your energy yelling at cars that have their music up too loud, and you're looking like a fool. I mean, does it make sense? Make it make sense for you chasing at the car, like you're really gonna make them lower the music, but you're the one that looks like a fool for chasing at the car, just like that lady sitting there. I respect my elders and everything, but oh no, like, what do you mean? I'm here to heal broken hearts, help with the broken heart process, mend the one vessel that is the hardest to heal, the heart. people have to be very careful when they come after y'all earth angels, as powerful and as protected y'all as y'all are. That's why it's so important that you know how protected that y'all are, and how important this mission that y'all are on. Because at this moment in time, everything's coming back. Again, the war's already won, so they want you to understand, don't worry about anybody else except for that journey that you're on now. There's all angel numbers, and they're all, again, 755. There's several that, there's a lot of messages that have been coming through with the strength. Again, 1001, it was, I had looked up in it, and I looked at, you gotta be careful, like the 99 energy, but it was, what was that one? It was, I wrote it down, Ooh, I'm gonna have to find it, because when I started to shuffle everything, it went, But Miss Ellie with the I, Miss English, Miss M, and Mom, you're very crucial and very important, and you have been talked about without y'all been knowing about how protected y'all are. And that's why this is very important, because now there's no hiding anything. Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, all the way back to Jack Nicholson. May I say more? But right here, the power of the 7 scorpions. See, this is with this energy right here is because I was going to read it, but my reading's bad, and I don't like to bore. I mean, right now, I don't even know how long I'm on right now. I need to. These glasses aren't the right ones, so. But this one right here, when I seen it, it's very powerful because the goddess is about the babies. See, I even see the animals, but it's the mothering that's protecting us. They're cloaking y'all. Y'all being cloaked now, because it's taking a lot of power, and they're giving you the strength of this very powerful card. This is not I had never seen this card actually, and it'll come out. But oh wow, 11255. This it's very 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 powerful card. This journey is tarot and all those things. There's certain individuals here that are on a journey to help y'all understand. And Black Goddess has been for some years, and she's about the healing journey. And she's to start the healing. Go look at check her channel out, but go back. Don't start now. I mean, as far as whenever you come across this. But go and start looking at some old readings, and that's where I suggest the process of healing, because she's very intuitive. She's tapped in. Again, understanding your energy, knowing moon sign, what's in your chart. Get your chart. Don't let nobody see it. Your blueprint. That's why when I'm doing my research right now and seeing the Scorpios and the Capricorns, we're talking, let me see what Spirit wants to say. But they want me to, again, these cards are a little bit bigger, so they're having me do it a little different. So right now it's, that was future, so they want me to, I'm just going to get from the top tier energy real quick. What is it for these earth angels? What is it? It's right here. Stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. So I told me that's very, very, very protected. Heavy. Oh my God, my crown is starting to. Because we already have Archangel Metatron, and they told me to keep these out. And the Angel of Death, because death is upon those that. Hail Mary, run quick, see. Hail Mary. I mean, so very powerful. Right there alone, now I know why they wanted me to do that. And set the center. And this one can't. Oh, Chariot, Ascension, Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warriors. Didn't I say that earlier? The warriors, spiritual warriors. And this again, no gender in tarot, but the feminine again. What they're wanting is they're wanting you to get into your feminine energies, and it's hard to understand, but we carry both. So it's the receiving. It's okay to receive help. Use your discernment. That's what this is about. Understanding everything, trusting your judgment, using those gifts that God has given you, that your ancestors are passing down to you, that you'll know, because as we wear our hearts on our sleeve, and we want to help everybody and things like, no, they're guiding you now. That's why it's so important that y'all understand how protected and how the battle's won, but stay in your divinity. That's why I did some videos with my shirt off and everything. It's not about anything but truly bearing my soul. And it ain't easy to have a birthmark and showing your little haunts and all those things. If people they're cool, they make fun of you and things. And again, it starts with the children. That's where do you think it starts? The children, it's taught by their parents and things like that. But let's see if I can get y'all a moon, because I'm gonna cut this a little short. No, not cut it short, but I'm gonna go into part 2, I believe, and change the energy up, because it's because this one was the last card. It was it said, whatever question you have right now, ask it. But it says love is real, and real love is on the way, as far as, and that could be, it doesn't have to be a partner. All it means is that true love, like friendships, things like that. Again, they have these things of these things. No, it's about uniting yourself, but soul tribes, soul families, but cosmic families. But the answer is yes. But one day it's going to be safe to open that heart up. And as hard as it is for earth angels like yourself that have been betrayed so much, it's something that's not easy to do. And I totally understand. And that's why it's baby steps, and they're here to hold your hand, but they want you to know how protected and loved y'all truly are. So, fast. A new start is coming. New moon. That's the present. Let's see what's in the moon. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Somebody could be a Sagittarius. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. I think we just had a fixed moon, but the mountains are significant. Again, you could be a Sagittarius, but purple is significant. I do see a younger energy here, as well as a father, her grandfather or something. But I do see it's like a young energy. It's young energy. Maybe more than, looks like 3 or 4. Wow. Yeah, there's another it looks like another grandfather here as well. Oh yeah. Hope it started. Y'all have to understand how protected and how you're like, oh man. A lot of ancestors are working together. Once the sooner the people realize how powerful that the spiritual realm and non-believers, again, people that just say this is demonic. No, this is about the Lord. First and foremost, it's about helping another. It's about praying. It's about connecting to your higher self. It's about helping raise the vibration. It's not about looking down and judging somebody. I mean, none of that. As hard as life as everybody had, what good does it do to judge, and what good does it do to preach and tell somebody they had to tidy half their money and all these things and give so they can do more spell work and they can do more rituals and they can all these things and they can sit here and look snooty at you and when all of their marriages are all twisted and going down the gutters. Sorry, but there's a lot of people that are scared. They don't know what to do. They are losing it, and it's the truth. I want to get something because what spirit? Because my ear's starting to. I know when I start to channel, my ear will start to, like the inner will start to go right here. It's know the small things, the ear ringing, those of them getting in tune with you and that you're channeling at certain moments and things. But these decks, these are, because this is what's in the past, because I had seen when I started doing pulls, so what's in the past? False indigo. See, and that's again false, but Sean Combs is it's in the past. Essay here. I know, and this again triggered, but these are things where you're overcoming that you're able to speak about because that's part of the journey. What's at the heart. Yeah, I have Left Eye Michael Jackson. The ones that were Aaliyah sacrifices. That's at the heart space right now. What's in the future? Or what's the sex rituals, magic that you are exposing? Yeah. Yep, Snapdragon. Yeah. Once you understand and you change your mindset, the projection cannot harm you. That magic is no longer affecting. That's not your energy. The projection is not. That's them of the nervousness, the anxiety, the overwhelming feelings, the panic attacks. That's not y'all. That is what they have projected. And once we understand that, how to understand the energy, then we're able to combat it, and we're able to understand their rituals don't work no more. People are going through it, and they're going to continue to go through it, and they're going to understand how powerful and how protected that y'all are. Oh, I never even got the prayer. Oh man, wow. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. Isaiah 40:29. 40 could be significant. 29, Isaiah. But he gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. He's showing y'all the strength. Let's see one more. I have told you those things, so may joy may be in you, and your joy may be full. Be full. John 15:11. I have told you those things, so may joy, so my joy may be in you, and your joy may be full. Say one more. Honor and great power are with him. Strength and joy are in his palace. Chronicles. This is one not Corinthians Chronicles, but 16 could be significant, or 27, but I always jumble this one up. But anyways, like I say, they always put those things like phone. Why can't phone just be FON, right? Instead of PH. Come on now. They do things that make everything so difficult, just like the movies they created, so that we would be scared of the dark, and they're telling us the truth. And let's get real quick. Wrap this up. I haven't even got the. Let's see. Clear the energy real quick. Real quick, yes. Okay, so when I split it to death and freedom. Death and freedom. Wow. That's powerful to be able to split on freedom and death. Didn't I say earlier that one way or another, people are going to be facing what they've done? Freedom or death, hey, but it's his choice, it's their choice. So we don't have nothing to do. So what's in the past? Let's see. Get freedom on the bottom. That's in the past. Freedom. That was past. So what I'm getting from that is freedoms are being taken. Your freedoms are here, and their freedoms are being taken. They just don't know it yet. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. See, they had it, but they chose to create man-made worship idols and things like that, and it doesn't work that way. What's at the heart space right here? Trust. Trust in him. I say LG, let go and let God. Trust in the divine plan, divine timing. Trust that you're protected. Trust that you're so loved and so respected and help you so much. And yeah, sometimes it gets it's a hard road, but once we understand how protected and trusting in the process, and standing strong because you're with a gang of ancestors and they're around you, and believe me, they're there. Once you trust and release the need to know everything, trust in the plan. But I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. See, and that's your intuition. That's again what they're wanting you to understand, that everything is being activated. What's at the grief? They want want you to let go of greed. They want you to let go of everything, any pain, any heartache. And I know it's hard, but that's what they want. They want you, because brighter days, orange is significant. Orange is orange, but orange. And you could be purple, but Virgo. You could be a Virgo. Could be a what? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's a lot of blue. Right here, this is vitamin C. You might need, or somebody likes orange juice. Or who's the one that has really bad heartburn? Somebody has real bad acid reflux. Because I did step on glass earlier, and I don't know where it came out of nowhere. So glass is significant. But I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. See? Understand, once you learn that love is highest vibration, truly loving yourself so that you can love another, that you understand that it doesn't matter. You know that you're not alone, and loving yourself so that you can love another, but loving yourself and putting that into yourself, like taking spiritual baths, setting your intent. Plus it's men, women, doesn't matter who we need to take them, because it's cleansing. But my legs are smooth. I even seen my daughter put some little nutrients for the hair. I rubbed it in. What? It's about taking care of yourself, pampering yourself. My legs were all silky smooth. I was like, what? Even though I didn't shave, I was like, what? But that could be significant of that. Like I said, could have. Because I know when I was sitting there, was something that was, as I was chanting, there's something about the bubbles not having the true. They're saying that you'll have those bubbles and you'll be like that. Remember that pretty woman that's. But it was something about and I was drawn to kids where you're the tub, and he always wanted bubbles, but you couldn't afford them. It's like using a dish soap, and then that dish soap can sting your eyes. Something significant about that, because I had the lavender, but I had the very little the lavender against cinnamon and peppermints, hot chocolate, marshmallows, s'mores. But I was running out, so I was there, and I had the salt in there, everything. The Epsom salt and the oranges. I had oranges in there to smell the orange, but it was the soap. There was just so much in there, and I was trying to add water and shake it up. But it was just funny. It's something about that too. I had seen that it's very significant to y'all's childhood. There was something about bubble baths, and something about that part right there is significant. Either bubble or not having not understanding, not knowing. That's going to mean something to somebody. Cats are significant. You're gonna see some animals. You've been seeing some birds. Probably been seeing. Remember, you've been seeing blue jays or cardinals. Somebody's been seeing cardinals. Ooh, passed on grandfather or loved ones. That's them with you. Again, everything has a meaning to it. But thank you, and hopefully this helped, and we'll get back into energy. Hopefully this has helped. But know how loved y'all truly are, and that prayers are always sent out, and anything that you thought that was put on you, it was removed. Prayers have been praying. It's a lot of meditation, a lot of things go into these messages that people don't understand. This is truly praying and making sure the angels are your way, and removing anything that was sent to the collective on the right side. knowing that those witches and warlocks and demons, they're gone, they're done. Because I can see there's some things that there's people here that have real gifts. As much as they think they have gifts, well, touche. But anyways, hopefully this has helped. Have a blessed Thanksgiving, and whenever you see this, it's meant to find you. Thank you.